Hello everybody, I'm going to be making the rig I showed you when I was fishing at South Shields. Basically it is for chucking up to 60-70 yards into rough ground, and you're only going to be losing a lead and a hook. So if it's for really rough ground. For this one I'm just using some, see if you can see that. It is Assos something, can't see that. £70 leader. So right, first of all you want about a metre length. So I'll move a bit closer so you can see. About a metre length. Grab a piece, maybe 4 inches, like that, and double it up so you have a loop. You get your loop somewhere, so there is your loop. There's there, and then through over one finger, like that, and you nip it there. And twist this here so it makes a figure of 8. Get your finger through it, so that's the figure of 8, and then pull that one through there, through that loop, so you make that there. And bit of spit on your finger, pull it tight. That there will clip onto your main line. Like I say, these are only made for lobbing into rough ground, like really rough ground. People say the pulley rig, but these here you only got to lose nothing really. It's got to cost you pennies to make. I mean, how much is a hook and a lead if you make your own? Peanuts really, aren't they? Peanuts. So then you want to come, so there's your knot, come halfway down, maybe it's 10 inches, hold it again, so you can make another loop. Yes, so it's another loop like that with 2 hands, split that. You want to give this around about 12 twists, this one, when you can. Stuck together. So yeah, 12 twists, just move your fingers in and out, like so. Keeping hold of the line on the bottom of the loop. So there you go, so it makes like that on each side. Then you want to get the bottom one and pull bottom one through the middle of the loop. So you pull that through there, and it creates that. So you put that bit in your mouth, pull that tight. That there is now acts as your swivel. You can cut the bottom one if you make it longer. Cut the bottom one, make it like that, and put your hook through. Or you can, if you're on the boats and fishing over rough ground, can put through your eye or the top of your hook and pull it tight that way. That you can fish it that way if you want. All works the same really. So it acts like a boom. But what I'm actually doing today is not cutting it, and I am not doing that. I'll do it on the bottom. So you come down to the bottom piece, same as your top, make your loop, your double loop, your figure of 8 there, and then pull that one through the bottom there, and it pops out. I'll do that one again. Nothing goes to plan sometimes, does it? So yeah, so make me loop, round, figure of 8, put a bit more through there, pull it tight. Here we get something in there just to tighten up, bit spit, pull that tight. Now this is where your lead's going. Your lead's going on this bit here. These are for if you make your own leads. You tie your rocky bottom, which for this here I would use say £20 rocky bottom. So you'll attach your rocky bottom onto there, and your rocky bottom on the other side of the lead onto there. And then what I do is, so you've got that piece of line on there now, which I've left in the shed. My leads, I've got that on there. I have other ones which just got a hook on for these type of fishing. And I just, so it's attached by an imaginary piece of line at the minute. So you've got to pull it over like that, hook that in there. And remember, these are for getting lobbed 40, 50, 60 yards, 20 yards, 10 yards into gullies. So when that hits the seabed, that'll come off, and then you've got your imaginary line hanging onto there like that to keep your anchor. That gets snagged, pull that off, you lose your lead. Or this gets snagged, you lose your hook. No terminal tackle on whatsoever. So you have it that way around, any way you want. So what we're going to be doing is get a piece of £40 amnesia. I'll just cut a piece off just for video purposes, and then tie the hook on one of these. Tie your hook however you tie them. I'm not here to teach how to boil eggs. Everybody knows how to tie your hook, I would imagine. So you just put your hook on. Pull it on there. So now you've got your hook on your snood. You get your loop. And literally, you just tie it on basically. That's it. Always wet your knots. So you have it. So you can have where it clicks on your line. So you swivel, or not your swivel, your Gemini bait clip or whatever you use for your main line on your say £35 line straight through for fishing rocks, or your braid, £100 braid, £80 braid, £50 will clip onto there where you clip. So there's my finger as the clip. Then obviously you got your boom there. I hope you can see that. And then off the boom comes up to the hook. and comes down. There's your boom, comes down to where you clip your lead. So I'll just show you how quickly you can attach the lead. So I'll just cut a piece of say 70-pound leader for now, just for video purposes, really. So yeah, so you put that, say if you've got like 20-pound line, just so it's the weakest line on your rocky bottom, and that will snap if the lead does get snagged. But like I say, you're fishing a really rough ground with these rigs. So there's your, say, 20-pound line, and then tie this onto here. Put that in there. So I'm going to smash the glass table, or else I will be in trouble. So then obviously I've got 70-pound leader on here, but I have a rig full of these, mostly for when I go at the rough ground spots. So there, so that's your 20-pound line there on there now, from your lead to your last loop. All you do is push that through there, so then that there is attached to your loop. So you can cast that, I would say maybe 80 yards, lobbing it, 80 yards, no bother. You don't want to be casting any further into rough ground than that. And then so you've got your lead, no terminal tackle at all, just a line and a lead. And then you come down to your boom, and then your hook, and the thing. So then if you do get snagged up here, or this all wraps around a rock, it snaps off, you're only losing a hook and a lead and a metre of line and a bit amnesia. They don't have to be long. You're fishing into kelp beds with these. Fantastic rigs, to be honest. Old school. There's nothing special to them. There's different ways of tying them. Give it a go. Even you can make them for flatty bashing. You just make them longer and have the boom coming off like that. And you don't need all the fancy stuff. Keep it cheap as possible and enjoy yourself. That's what I say, like. And then the next rig I'll be showing you in another video will be my pulley rig. My pulley rigs are similar to these. I have a clip on the bottom, what clips on my leg, because obviously I use the leads what's got the bait clip on. And then I have a bead, a swivel and a bead, and then I have a knot. And then after the knot, I have the 40-pound amnesia, which you can see on there, which is a knot to knot, and that knot has never let me down. I've pulled fish up cliffs, pulled them through things where it's bent hooks, and the knot's just always stuck. It's never ever let me down ever, and I've been using that. I'm 35 now. I've been using that knot since I was 14 year old. Very recommended, and it's simple to tie. That's what you want. You want to keep things simple. Keep things simple. It keeps it easy, doesn't it? So thanks for watching. There's a lot more to come from the channel. If you wouldn't mind subscribing, hitting that subscribe button, please. It's totally free. And I'd thank you very much. So thanks a lot. Goodbye. Watch what you're doing. Keep safe when you're out there.